Hi everyone. I wanted to make a special video showing a couple of Beatles box sets that I got, and I got them from my favorite record store. The thing is that I got them each one a day apart. So first day I got the first one, and the second day I found the second one. And these are really amazing finds to me that I'm happy to show, because I kind of got them in really good condition, almost mint, close to it. All right, so anyway, first day we have this that I found. I kind of hinted at it in Rock Boy 680's video when he wanted us to show a box set. It's the blue box from the UK, Beatles collection. And what happened with this box was I had been hanging out late night at the store, and a customer came in just before closing time, and he had said that he was going to bring in a Beatles blue box that was unplayed. So naturally I hung around there, and after he made the deal with my store owner, I got the set from my store owner. Now, because I'm a really good customer there, and because we're friends, we've become friends, he gave me a really sweet deal on this, considering the condition. I mean, it's, you know, the only thing I would say about it is there's a couple of these metal clips here. There's a couple of rust ones, but I think they can be fixed up nicely enough. But he wound up giving me this for 50% less than he could have gotten had he put this online. So that's really good. You know. One other thing, I had been putting this off in my mind. I figured I wasn't going to get this set. I really didn't need it. I mean, you can't have everything, and you got, when it comes to collecting the Beatles, and you have to kind of pick and choose. And I really didn't have much interest in this until I found it in such good condition, and also considering the fact that I decided not to buy the recent I guess it was 2009 remasters of the stereo box. I bought the mono box, but I never bought the stereo box, because I heard that the stereo box didn't take the recordings off the original analog masters, so I wasn't interested. So this was my way of getting all the stereo albums, you know, instead of buying the new stereo box. So when I open it up, and you got to be very careful with this, because this tends to rip very easily. And this part here, I mean, if you pull this back too far, I mean, I had this set. I don't think it was a UK set. It might have been. It's either from Japan or from Holland or somewhere. I got it like many years ago, my original collection, before I sold it. And I know this part here, this cardboard crease down here, tends to, if you're not careful, it can get ripped off and pulled off because of overuse and overbending. So this doesn't even, this is so fresh, this thing, that this doesn't even bend back very far. It's pretty new. Now these albums, I already inspected every vinyl record itself before I went ahead and got it, the set, just to make sure they were okay. And all of the records, just like the guy said, looked unplayed, looked mint. So again, it was a real good steal. Well, you already know what all the albums are. I mean, this one here is the Beatles rarities. You know, it's the only unusual one. The rest of the albums in this set, you know, they're the albums that you're used to seeing. You know, I mean, I'm a Beatles collector and fan, but even I get tired of seeing the same old UK album covers again and again and again. But you know the deal here. They're all the albums. I mean, is there any point in taking them out? They're just in really nice condition. I'll pull one out, you know. There's the Hard Day's Night. So there's not anything really to show here, just that the records are like new. Now, I noticed a couple of the albums had, I don't know what you'd call it, just maybe like 2 or 3 of the whole set had a couple of splotches on them, but they were from moisture, I think, because this was in a basement. And it's really in good shape overall, but I was able to clean a couple of records on the store's cleaning record cleaning machine, VPI. So took it right out. So I'm very happy to have that. But you know, this was as I say, the first day, and then the second day was even better. I happened to be in the area, stopped in, and there's a box set that's very sought after, and I know some of you here in the vinyl community on YouTube have shown this in your own collection, and I finally got one, and I'm afraid to take it out of the bag. It's the Let It Be box, which is very sought after, and you can see these on eBay all the time, and they're not in the best condition. It's very hard to find this collection here, this set, whatever you want to call it, in really nice shape, and intact and not banged up and not missing things. Now, I'm guessing this is pretty complete. I mean, first, when you look at it, it's very shiny and nice. The only thing wrong with it, I mean, if you want to say imperfections, when you're downgrading a little bit, is that, here's the back, just one corner up here has some pock marks on it, some white pock marks. Other than that, it's in really, really good shape, really shiny. It looks brand new, just about. This, I should say, came from interesting. There was an old man who died in a house, and he had a lot of records and books and things, and he was in his 80s, and he had married a woman who was an English woman who from the UK, I think 16 years younger than him. She was in her later 60s, I guess, and she had a lot of original UK 45s, not just a couple of Beatles ones, but mostly other artists. And she had a few Beatles albums. I'm surprised that she didn't have more Beatles albums, because all of her albums were original from the 60s. So that's what this is, and I'm going to open this up. And a lot of people who have this collection, understandably so, they don't really want to open it because it's very fragile and flimsy. Now, inside, see, it's hard. It's already hard to get it out, so you have to have patience for this one if you want to see it, or you could forward it ahead. But there's a tray in here. You slide this out, and there's the box again. I'll get to the tray in a minute. There's the tray. It's a tray that slides out, and a lot of times people, the box is an outer sleeve. So this here is the tray, cardboard tray that goes in, and it's pretty much intact. It's got the flaps on it, and the edges. Very hard to find this. From what I've looked up and investigated, very difficult to find this intact like this. So that's good. Now, here's the record. This is the Let It Be album. Very shiny, very good shape. It's not a gatefold. The record, pristine shape. Again, looks like it's never been played. Original Apple, brand spanking new. Now, as I say, there were a few more UK albums in this woman's collection, and one of them was the Abbey Road album. And we noticed in the Abbey Road album, this is apparently a rare insert. This was in the Abbey Road album. I don't know if it belonged in there. This is an original rare advertisement. These fine albums are available now on Apple. You should have them, it says. And it advertises stuff like Abbey Road, Yellow Submarine, the White Album, Wonderwall, Two Virgins, Electronic Sound, by George. You got the Wedding Album, Life with the Lions. All kinds of Apple albums are advertised on this. This was in the Abbey Road album. I don't know. I think this is interchangeable, an interchangeable piece of advertisement that is hard to find. The original. This is not a duplicate. This is an original. I think people are selling duplicates of this for stupid money, I think. What I did was I took this and I was able to I put this in the Let It Be here. I kept it with this set. I don't know if it matters if it goes with this set, if it goes with Abbey Road, if it goes with anything in the late 60s. I guess has to go from 69 on, right? Because they advertised the Abbey Road album. So I put it in this Let It Be box. Now, there's another kind of tray thing. This is also in good shape. See, this is the back of it. And over here is a book. And the book is in excellent shape. And as you can see, again, the corners here, everything. This is as close to new as I guess you can get. I was very fortunate to find this. Obviously, the woman never used this. She bought it in the 60s and left it there and hardly ever used it. So for people who like to look at every detail, I mean, there's the tray in great shape with the book. Sits the book. And there's the book itself. And this thing, again, is in amazing shape. Now, I haven't even looked at it myself. Have not looked at it myself, and I'll tell you, I'm afraid to look at it because I don't want to destroy the binding. I've seen books that are like torn out, pages torn out and stuff. I'll just do a little flip, but I won't open the binding all the way, you know. It's got all the pictures. This book has all kinds of photos from the Let It Be, Get Back sessions. And, you know, the pictures that you may not always see, at least not as compared to when you're usually looking at Let It Be material, you see the same pictures again and again. And then I say, don't dare open this too much. So I'm really ecstatic about getting this. And I'll tell you, as far as price, I don't like discussing prices. All I can tell you about this is that I got this again for ridiculously low price. It's a high price, but it's a low price considering what the guy could have got. Again, we're friends, and you know, also a thing about the guy from my record store, he knows that it makes him happy when a collection goes to somebody who really can appreciate it. Like, he knows I'm a big Beatles fan, and he knows I'm not just looking to get this, to buy it from him and then flip it for more money somewhere else. He knows I'm going to treasure it, give it a good home. So that makes him happy. Now, he could have got, again, 50% more. I mean, all you got to do is look on eBay and see how much these things are going for. And without discussing price or my cost, I'll say that he could have gotten 50% more than what he charged me for this. So I'm very fortunate to have it. And that pretty much sums up this video. I'm very excited about these two finds. You know, if you're going to be a Beatles collector, certain things you have to have. First of all, you have to have a butcher cover, which I got, you know, within the last year or so, finally. And you have to have, I guess, that the Beatles blue box is considered rare. There's a Beatles red box with mono recordings that's also very sought after. And the Let It Be box, I mean, these are some of the biggest things that you'll want. And to get them 2 days apart, and I tell you, between the two of them, I spent a lot of money, really. But, you know, but again, to have them in the collection, you have to do what you have to do. But keep in mind also that these things should retain their value at a later date after I'm gone, you know. And also the fact that I got them, as I say, 50% cheaper than the guy could have got. If he would have put them online, he could have doubled what I paid for them. So that's nice of him to do. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave your comments. Thanks.